send the thunder home. Lillard, long range three.
Welcome back, everyone. This is our year anniversary. It was CO Sports Talk was, when you're seeing this, CO Sports Talk was created a year ago from today. So that's pretty awesome. We've come pretty far. I mean, we started this at 1 subscriber and we've gone into the 90s in 1 year. So with no promotion whatsoever. So pretty awesome. And so yeah, but we just had a great day of football. The AFC and the NFC championships just occurred. Niners, Rams, and Chiefs, Bengals, two games decided by 3 points. And yeah, so we're here to recap that, give a Super Bowl preview, and then we'll talk a little NBA as well. But yeah, I mean, just a great day of football and a year since CS Sports Talk, so pretty cool.
Yeah, we started 1 year ago in hopes to just, I don't really know what we were hoping out of it. You know, we were just trying to do a good time. It was in the middle of COVID. We were kind of bored, so we just wanted to talk about sports. And here we are 1 year later, every Sunday. Consistency, very key. And yeah, so thank you everyone for watching. You guys are the reason. You guys are people that makes us keep going. So
yeah, the people who support us, even though it's not much compared to a lot of people. I mean, it's the thing that keeps us going. So appreciate that, guys.
Almost 100 subscribers in a year. Pretty impressive.
It's pretty impressive.
I think we're at 95. So
yeah, it's gonna be exponential growth. So the first game today was Chiefs Bengals, a rematch from week 16 or 17, and the Bengals come up on top 27-24, down 21-10 at halftime. I mean, they showed resilience, and it's just awesome for Cincinnati going to the Super Bowl. It just feels surreal, honestly, for a team that's just been the definition of mediocre for the whole time I've been alive. So, yeah, awesome for the Bengals going to the Super Bowl, being the team to come out of this hard AFC. I would have thought it'd be like the Chiefs or Bills, but it ended up being the Bengals. So I'm really happy for them and the Houday Nation.
Wow, man. I mean, unreal. The Bengals were like that joke team the whole time Oliver and I have been growing up, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the only time they really made a playoffs was in that 2016 season when Vontae Burfict hit the Steelers and, you know, they lost, but they never really had won a playoff game. And here they are in the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl, like, I was sure they were going to lose today just because it feels like these second-year QBs keep losing the AFC Championship. But they won today. I mean, Joe Burrow is definitely the real deal. I mean, yeah. Good for Joe Burrow. Joe Mixon as well. I mean, I think it's the start of a dynasty in Cincinnati. Good for them. I mean, they could win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, I know. It's really surreal. I mean, it feels like you're doing a Madden franchise and you simulate like 10 years down the line and you get the Bengals in the Super Bowl or like the Jets. You're like, damn, what are they doing there? But now it's like actually happening and it's just really cool. I don't really, like my dad was saying this earlier, like I don't really feel like Joe Burrow understands what he's doing. Like, yeah, he like comes in second year, you know, just won a few playoff games. But for the city of Cincinnati, this is huge. Like they haven't experienced this for most of their fan base's whole lives. So this is just crazy. I mean, I'm really happy for the team, but let's talk about the game a little bit. I mean, Patrick Mahomes and this Chiefs offense came out really hot. The defense was stifling. And then after halftime, it really just changed, and Patrick Mahomes could never get it going. I think it only completed like 3 or 5 passes in the whole second half. So yeah, the Bengals stepped up when it matters, and the Chiefs ended up choking.
Absolutely. And shout out to the defensive line of the Cincinnati Bengals too. You know, everyone's talking about Joe Burrow and he had played unreal, so don't get me wrong on that. But the Chiefs were slowing down, and shout out to that D-line because the Bengals were awesome on the defensive line. Sam Hubbard, Trey Hendrickson, both great players. And then Von Bell, what a great interception. Jesse Bates. Yeah. I mean, you guys obviously have seen the highlights on this video, but Jesse Bates with an amazing play. I mean, this Bengals defense is a really, really solid D. And you texted me this earlier, and it's a very factual thing. Taking skill players over line may be the new way because, for instance, the Detroit Lions, they took Penei Sewell. They went the offensive line route, which we praised heavily and criticized the Bengals. And the Bengals now are going to be in the Super Bowl. The Lions didn't make the playoffs. Not even close. and they took Jamar Chase, and they have a bad O-line still. So
Yeah,
I mean,
and those are teams that kind of finished in similar places last year. So the turnarounds were completely different. And yeah, I mean, the Bengals offensive line is often criticized and deservedly so most of the time. I mean, against Tennessee, they were atrocious, but today they were really, really good. I think they
they're
let
better
Burrow
today.
back. So yeah, they're really good. And like you said, O-line is gonna start to be. I think it's a very important position still. You got the Bengals hoodie, but maybe this Bengals Super Bowl run will start to prove to teams that skill positions are really what makes the team go, and
Yeah.
not and maybe teams aren't built in the trenches like many say.
I feel
So
bad saying that. Like I feel like a bad
I know.
person admitting that. I mean, I feel bad for all my fellow linemen, all the big fellas that watch the show, but it may be the truth, man. Skill players is the way to go.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, Jamar Chase pick seems to pay off. I mean, get some studs on defense, get a good running back. I mean, Joe Mixon still had a very good season and was a Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
Uh,
And
behind
I
a
still
pretty
don't think they
poor
get him
offensive
involved
line.
enough. I
What's
still
that?
don't think they get him involved enough. I
Yeah,
think they
yeah.
could
The
be
playoffs, he
more.
hasn't really seemed to be too involved.
He had a good
But
day today, though. 88 yards is pretty solid.
in the
all around.
playoffs, most teams become pass heavy. It's just how it goes. So, like even Jimmy Garoppolo, who usually throws like 15 passes a game, doubled that
Right.
today.
Except in that 2019 season somehow against the
Yeah.
Packers.
But yeah, I mean, really awesome for Cincinnati. I think the whole world was rooting for them today. No one likes the Chiefs. I mean, they're just really annoying. So yeah, we'll see what they
Great
can do.
game in Cincinnati. And like, we'll talk about the second game in a minute, but the difference between the first game where the entire stadium is red, you could barely see any orange, versus the second one where it's in LA and it's all red. I mean, just the Chiefs' kingdom really showed up. So the Bengals won this game on the road. And shout out the city of Cincinnati, see some pictures of it, because I feel like the city of Cincinnati does not get enough credit. It's just a random city that we don't think of. It's right next to Kentucky. People, first of all, don't realize that. So I got a few facts about Cincinnati to tell the CS Sports Talk viewers. One, they love their chili in Cincinnati. They're known for the best chili across the world. So Skyline Chili, go check it out in Cincinnati.
Skyline Chili. Mid.
Two, it's the birthplace of Steven Spielberg. Great fact for Cincinnati. It's where Steven Spielberg is from. It's the home to America's oldest baseball team.
Your Cincinnati Reds, who haven't won a World Series since 1990. Mid. Reds
Was a stop on the Underground Railroad. And last but not least, it's the capital of cornhole, the cornhole capital of the world. So shout out Cincinnati.
All right, great city, man. Two pretty good colleges there too, Xavier and University of Cincinnati. So yeah, really awesome, and hopefully they continue their success, as they will be taking on the Rams of Los Angeles. And like you're just saying about the fans, this is exactly what happens when you relocate a team. It's a prime example with the Rams and the Chargers. You move them to a city. I understand the Rams have been in LA before, so they do have a little bit of fan base there. But the Chargers, you move them randomly to LA, you can't expect fans to happen. I know fans it's not a very far distance from San Diego to LA.
Right.
It's just, you can't do that and expect a big turnout in this fancy new stadium.
The only relocation recently that's gone well is Las Vegas. I mean, they're all sold out. For some reason, they've done really well. I guess they like sports more there. But
yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
I think
so
the
fun.
fans just adopted it there, but
And the Raiders fans are so devoted, they'll go no matter where they are, I feel like.
that's true.
I remember one of my teachers was a Raiders fan, and I said, "Are you going to still be a Raiders fan?" And he said, "I'll support the Raiders if they play in Uzbekistan." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, shout out Raiders fans. They're not always loved, but they're definitely passionate. But as a Niners fan, this one had to sting a little bit. I talked to a lot of Niners fans at school, and they said, out of all the playoff games so far, this is probably the one they're least confident in. Oh God, Jaquazi Tart, man. Yeah, I know, had a rough game, but don't get too down on yourself, man. Friend of the show, by the way.
Friend of the program, Jaquazi Tart for sure. He's coming on.
Yeah, I mean, I know this one has a sting. A lot of Niners fans weren't very confident for some reason, which was odd to me because they'd won 6 straight meetings, but luck has to run, or not luck, but a streak has to end at some point, right? So
Exactly.
this happened to be the game, and unfortunately, it was the biggest out of all those meetings, the
Yeah.
NFC Championship game. So, I mean, what do you have to say about this game? Just rant.
Well, as a Niners fan, I'm staying as an optimistic approach after losing this game. We were the 6th seed. We were 3-5 at one point of the year. I mean, it was kind of the gift that kept on giving. No one was writing the Niners off, and they kept on winning. They made it to the NFC Championship. And, the Niners are a very good franchise. They've won 5 times. In the 80s, 90s, they were probably the best team. However, in my life, we're 0-2 in the Super Bowl. And in the NFC Championship, we're 2-3. I've now seen us lose 3 times in the NFC Championship. So I've seen a lot of losing in big games now. But I kind of had a feeling that we're going to lose this game. I mean, I even called it last week on the show. We beat the Rams 6 times in a row. We beat them 2 times in a row, but it is so hard to beat a team 3 times in a season. I mean, we had to win week 17, but say we were really, really good. I almost wish we would have lost that week 17 game because like we saw the Saints and the Buccaneers last year, it's almost impossible to beat a team 3 times in a season.
Yeah, I keep saying this, but the Buccaneers Saints are a prime example of that a few years ago.
Right.
And the Saints still own the Bucks. Oh, we have to touch on that too, by the way. The Tom Brady situation.
The fake retiring.
Yeah. But
Friend of the program, Tom Brady.
Friend of the program. Yeah, I mean, it's just really tough. The team's game plan. They Bill Belichick says you exploit your team's weaknesses and you maximize your strengths. So, or exploit the other team's weaknesses. So, yeah, it's just really difficult to beat a team 3 times in a row, and that was proven today. It was a great game. Niners had a 10-point lead going into the 4th, but it's something about Kyle Shanahan and double-digit leads, man. It's just not a good mix, especially 10-point leads. I mean, it's just unfortunate. I thought going to the 4th, I was like, damn, the Niners are really going to the Super Bowl as a 6th seed, and then the Rams stormed back and bad last drive for the Niners. So, I mean, good for the Rams. I'm happy with them. They deserve it after going all in. I mean, if they went all in and didn't have anything to show for it, then I'd kind of feel bad. So I'm happy for the Rams. But being surrounded by Niners fans all the time, I feel their pain. So
yeah, I mean, also moving from the Niners. I mean, I'll get to the Niners because I could rant for years. But shout out to the Rams a little. I mean, Matthew Stafford. He was with the Lions, I think, for like 9-10 years. Didn't win a single playoff game, comes to LA, I mean, similar level, maybe even worse than he was at one point, is already in the Super Bowl. It kind of shows how bad that Lions franchise was. They had Megatron. Obviously, this Rams team is stacked. Like, I was talking about this. They put all of the chips on the deck for this year. They put everything. They have Jalen Ramsey, Von Miller, OBJ. I mean, Cooper Kupp, they drafted a while ago, so he's a bit different. But they signed so many cats this year. They got Eric Weddle out of retirement, you told me, just to come compete. And he played really well tonight. But this Rams team is like an all-star team, and they put everything, and they don't have a first-round pick till 2024. And at the time, we talked about this on CS Sports Talk about a year ago, I believe, when this trade happened, Stafford for Goff. And I believe I said the Rams win this trade if they win a Super Bowl in the next 2 years. So they're going to win this trade if they win next Sunday, 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
And
they put all the chips on the table, and it could pay off, but it's not a team that is a dynasty in my opinion. It just seems like their window is this year and
it was
maybe
like a
next
loan.
year.
It was like a loan almost to Stafford. You win, it's worth. If you don't, it was not.
Yeah, exactly.
And
But
it's
I'm really
honestly
happy for
smart.
Stafford.
McVay knows he may not be there in a few years, so might as well just go for it. But so I'm for it. And I mean, shout out Los Angeles. So we're gonna have Los Angeles versus Cincinnati, 2 very different cities. Cincinnati's kind of like a blue collar working class town in America. Los Angeles is the town where if you work hard from Cincinnati, you can make it to LA. And you got people all over. So not that LA needs more shine, but some fun facts about LA is nothing. You don't get any facts, LA. You now beat the Giants and my Niners. I don't mess with you, LA, but you guys are a nice warm city and produce a lot of good movies. And yeah, but It's back to the Niners. Jimmy Garoppolo was not the reason we lost. All right, Niners fans. I'll get to next year, blah, blah, blah. But Jimmy had probably his best playoff game of his career to this date. I mean, last year or 2 years ago, 2019, this year, his first half was solid. I wouldn't say flawless, but solid, really good, probably his best one. And that pick, I mean, it was the play calling on the last 2 drives isn't him. That's Shanahan. First of all, we're going down to the play clock every single time. And just miscommunications after miscommunications. We got a delay of game. We didn't involve Debo once in the last 2 drives. I don't think Debo was even in that set before the last drive. Pissed me off, man. And Jimmy G had a solid game once again. Debo, man, I love that guy. He's a warrior friend of the program. He just loves to play football, and I love people like that. Just people that love football and will put their heart out for everyone. I felt so bad watching them after the game, but amazing season. Both of us will have him on our top 10 wide receiver list, surely, and he wasn't on either of ours last year. But yeah, so for next year, the annoying thing is we're going to be the first team to ever go to the NFC Championship and then rebuild the next year, it seems like, because we're almost forced to, because we're in a situation where if we don't play Trey, it's a waste of picks. And
I wouldn't say it's a rebuild though, because replacing Jimmy with Trey Lance is pretty much just getting younger at the position, but not much worse.
But with a young QB, it's hard to come back to that position. I mean, it will take him a few years to get settled.
That's true, but you still have talent that could carry him to this place again.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, it's rare to switch your QB after making it that far.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's a very odd situation.
I wish Jimmy 100% the best, whether that's coming back to us playing next year. I mean, that'd be kind of just a dumb waste of a pick once again. I mean, I was not on board for this whole trade.
I think Jimmy is going to end up being a bridge quarterback for another team, kind of like Jared Goff is right now.
Right. And I 100% root for him if he's on the Steelers or Washington, wherever he goes.
Yeah, or even like the Saints or something. But yeah, I think he's gonna be one of those guys, just occupy a team. I think that's kind of the role he's gonna be for the rest of his career. I mean, just kind of floating around teams and giving starts when needed. I think he's a serviceable quarterback. I think he's
100%. If you have a good offensive coordinator and a good system, Jimmy can run your system to perfection. He throws the ball down the middle extremely well. He's not good on his feet. We all know that. And he's not going to throw the outside ball well, but he throws the ball down the middle to perfection with a good system. He's one of the best system quarterbacks in the NFL.
That's true. Yeah. So as he's been on both of our teams, so we both wish Jimmy the best of luck going forward. Most likely not with the Niners, still a possibility, but most likely with another team, we wish him luck. And yeah, so Bengals, Rams, we got any predictions for that? I think the Bengals will take it in a close one, just because they've proven they can beat the best teams in the league.
Yeah, I don't want to doubt the Bengals, so I'll continue to doubt them. I like the Rams winning by 7, 27-20. I mean, first of all, before we talk about that, Evan McPherson, he's at 12 field goals now this postseason. If he gets 13, that's the record for most field goals in a postseason by Adam Vinatieri. And he went on Pat McAfee's show and said he's going to break that. That's how confident that guy is.
That kid got balls of steel. I mean,
yes.
That's the most confident rookie I've ever seen in my life.
Being a kicker, I feel like you're supposed to be stressed out. What's up with Jalen Ramsey, man? I mean, come on, man. Just leave the kicker alone. Robbie Gould's like 40 years old. Just let him kick.
Robbie Gould is kind of a menace, though, for always kicking right in front of their
He is, yeah, he is. But, like, man, you're beefing the kicker now, Jalen. And that's another guy. Like, dude, this Rams team is just so stacked. But, yeah, I like the Rams to win it. Great.
I like Bengals 31-28. Game-winning Evan McPherson kick once again.
Like if I'm a person, I mean, we saw Jake Elliott do it when he was a rookie, so I could see that. But if I'm just a color scheme person, this is a great color scheme, man. Just the orange versus the IKEA blue jerseys, solid color scheme.
Yeah, the Los Angeles IKEAs.
We haven't seen the Bengals in a while. I mean, I was like Bengals Niners, but in the 80s, that happened twice. So
yeah, I wonder if I don't think this matchup's never happened. So it's awesome.
I can't even remember this happening in the regular season. It's been a minute.
Yeah, I don't even know. But yeah, so that's what we got for the NFL playoffs, and we'll touch on Tom Brady in a second.
All right, boys. Obviously, we all know I'm in a bad mood, sad mood. My Niners lost. This team will never be back. That's how NFL works. But let's talk about Tom Brady. He retired yesterday. Well, did he, though? That's the question. So it all started yesterday morning at about 11 a.m. I get the notification on my phone from Bleacher Report, but Adam Schefter tweeted that it's just in. Tom Brady plans on retiring this offseason. Yeah, pretty shocking.
Yeah.
Brady has 2 good years left in him, we would all say. Just led the league in passing yards at age 45. However, age 45, it's pretty old. However, all these tributes being posted, every Patriots fan, feels like it's like a lot of posts or something. And all these tributes. However, about 2 hours later, we'll get her name. Oliver will write her name in. We'll put the tweet in on this YouTube thing here, or write it in, whatever. But this woman tweets out that Tom Brady's dad, Tom Brady Sr., says that Tom Brady is not retiring. And then a person close to Tom Brady told Adam Schefter that he's not even close to making a decision whether or not he's retiring or not.
Yeah, and then Tom Brady told the Bucs organization that he wasn't close to making a decision yet.
So the truth is that Adam Schefter got, and at the end of the day, it comes down to reporting the right news and not just trying to be the first one. And that's the whole issue of this NFL Twitter thing. Because when you have Ian Rappaport, Adam Schefter, and in the NBA world, change the subject a little, Adam, whatever his name is, and Shams, they're all competing to be the first one to break the news, So like they should work together rather than competing to be the first one to break the news, because then it's just bad stuff like
focus
this
more on journalistic integrity instead of trying to be the first one to break the news. But here's my 2 cents on it.
What if Tom Brady's like, now I feel obligated to retire because like all this love and I don't want to.
I think Tom Brady's the opposite though. I think Tom Brady wants to prove them wrong. Here's my 2 cents about the whole situation. One thing I know about Tom Brady is he's a competitor and he's a winner. And Tom Brady would not like to go off on a loss. And another thing about Tom Brady is that he said he wants to play until he sucks. And the thing is, he's 44 years old and he's still in his prime. So it's a really weird situation where will he ever suck? So I think when he's satisfied with what he's done, which he should be now. I mean, he's the greatest player of all time. He should be satisfied. But I think if he wins a Super Bowl next year with the Bucs and he continues to play, let's say he doesn't retire, then I think he's retiring. I mean, he said he wants to play to his 45. He'll be 45. It'll be a win. Then I think he will sign a one-day contract with the New England Patriots. I think he will officially retire as a Patriot because, obvious reasons. Retiring as a Buccaneer just doesn't feel right, It feels like he's been a Buccaneer his whole life, and he definitely hasn't. So I just don't want this to be the way it ends. If he's going to retire now, that's fine, but I would like him to retire a Patriot. But, I mean, the whole situation is interesting. We'll see what happens in the coming days. Adam Schefter still hasn't said anything about it. He hasn't doubled down, or he hasn't admitted his wrongness.
Yeah, exactly. He hasn't admitted his wronging either. So that's
his Twitter comments are kind of funny. I'm a big Adam Schefter guy. I don't think he deserves all this hate, even though he made a mistake. But his Twitter, like when he tweets like normal stuff, like the Bengals will play the Rams, his comments are just like, "You sure about that, Adam? What's your source?" So so it is kind of funny at the same time. But we'll see about Brady. I mean, if he does retire, I mean, it's just a moment to appreciate the greatness we've all witnessed and we've taken for granted. 22 years of the greatest football player we've ever seen, and it happens to be during our lifetime, during our childhood. So pretty awesome for us. I love that man. And just awesome for Brady. And
we'll keep you all updated because, to be honest, we don't know if he's retiring or not.
Yeah, check out our Instagram for constant updates. We post polls, video updates, all that stuff. So check out the Instagram. It's in go to our channel, go to the about section, and the link's there. So
and we're not done yet, but this week I think that our top 10 is gonna be about the Patriots, Oliver's video, because check it out. I made one about the Niners last week. And then we're going to do our predictions for the NFL awards on Sunday, next episode. And then that Wednesday will be before the Super Bowl. And after that, I'm pretty excited to start like the top 10 stuff for the.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that as well. I'll post the Patriots top 10 moments around Tuesday, Wednesday, like middle of the week. And let us know if you guys like that. If you don't, then and you like just like this weekly thing, that's cool. But I think this is a cool addition to our channel. We'll see how well they do as well. But again, it's not all about the views. So yeah, I'll post that. And then next week, as you said, we'll do awards, and from there we'll go through each position, maybe even add a special, maybe even add like punters and kickers this year. Who knows? Yeah, so stay tuned for that. And so yeah, that's all we got for NFL today.
We can honestly start those a little early too. We can start those a week before the Super Bowl,
Yeah,
like the week mid before the Super Bowl, even maybe this week. We'll keep you all updated. Boys, shifting gears to another sport, talking about football, not football. The United States men's soccer team had another loss today. Oh man. So we won on Thursday by a score of 1-0 versus El Salvador. El Salvador at home, by the way. At home versus El Salvador.
In Columbus.
In Columbus versus El Salvador, by the way. No, not Brazil. No, not Argentina. No, not England, bro. No, El Salvador. 1-0. But El Salvador. Wait, who?
El Salvador.
Oh, okay, El Salvador. Yeah, we won 1-0 though. We got 3 points. Good for the boys. 3 points. And then today we lost to Canada 2-0. Okay, a little excuse, blah, blah, blah. It was in Canada, and they are the best team in the octagon. But
They only have Alfonso Davies, bro. Like, why?
Why are they best team? Exactly.
I don't know.
Mexico did tie though, so at least we're second still. But I'll throw this out here, right now. Hot take: Pulisic's overrated. I said it. I'm sorry, I said it. McKinney's by far the best American, and just team wise, get rid of all the good players. Team wise, I mean, you can hate on this coach all you want, but the team that is the best and works well together is the MLS team. I mean, that Gold Cup team against those stars from Mexico worked the best and played the best compared to these Europeans because they don't know each other that well. And I feel like they don't have the best, like, I don't know. They just don't play that well together versus that Gold Cup team had just really good chemistry, even though they're not as good. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're kind of just going to limp our way into the World Cup at this point.
Yeah.
And I expect us to just get eliminated in the group stage. So, I don't know. It's just, I don't know what's going on. US soccer, I think, has a bright future because it's become, it's really popular among the youth, and there's so many like good programs. But man, it's just really annoying. We're tying games that we should be winning. We're barely winning games that we should be winning by a lot. And we're losing to teams like Canada. I mean, Canada is winning.
They're winning good. They're up 22, and we have the next are SM Mexico tied at 18. I mean, Canada's going to be first place.
Yeah, they're good, but they have been kind of poor for a while now.
They'll be cool seeing them in the World Cup because they pretty much
cool seeing Canada, but it's just kind of like I don't even know. But yeah, it's just we still own Mexico, but
yeah, we own them. Wednesday we play last place Honduras, last place in the entire octagon. Honduras at home in Minnesota. I don't think the Hondurans are used to playing in the snow in Minnesota in February. So if we can't be last place in the octagon, Honduras, we don't deserve to make the World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, is there a magic number to qualify?
I don't think so, but there's not that many games left. I mean, I think
my dad was saying that because he's a huge US soccer fan. He was watching that game over the AFC Championship, and he was saying how he think we need 6 more points and we have 4 games remaining. I think
so. Yeah, we have 4 more. So after this window,
so if we assuming we beat Honduras, we just need to win one of the next 3.
But the problem with that window is, assuming we beat Honduras, we have to play Mexico, Panama, and Costa Rica. And Mexico's on the road, so consider that a tie or loss most likely. And I believe Panama is down there too. No, that's at home. Okay, Costa Rica is down there. Costa Rica.
Yeah, those are not gimme wins. So this is a must win against Honduras.
It really is because Mexico and Costa Rica are down in Central America, so that would be tough. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
we should be fine though because we're in second right now.
Yeah, we
But
are in
yeah,
second, so we
I
have a
think
little bit of cushion. But
I still like keeping Berhalter. I know that's a very, I don't know, but I think right now it's just Berhalter needs to figure out what the best lineup is, and we need to let him figure it out without critiquing. Because right now, I think that maybe the MLS players, I don't know, maybe they are a bit better. So yeah, but also let some of these guys get, I don't know, it's up to him. But at the end of the day, all support the boys, just like all support the Niners who had a tough loss today. And moving into college basketball real fast. And actually, cut that out. We need to end it because I want it to be under 30 minutes. That's what my dad said.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah, I mean,
We talked about
the
it.
last point. I mean, U.S. dominated this game in terms of possession and everything. It's just they
Yeah.
capitalized. They took more risks. I mean, we could have easily won this game, but yeah, right now we're second. Panama and Costa Rica are just outside at 14 and 12 points. So we have a 1 point lead on Mexico and a 4 point lead on Panama. So we do have a little bit of cushion, like I said, but so yeah, this is tough. And Chris Richards did break his foot today, so yeah, we'll see. But I hope we qualify.
Yeah.
We
All right.
we didn't touch on NBA like I said we would, but yeah, the Warriors are doing well. We went 5-1 in the homestand, so we're
Yeah.
looking good, and we play Houston tomorrow.
Great episode today, boys. It really was. I think this is 1 year, as we already talked about,
Yeah.
our 52nd or something episode, 51st maybe. And great episode. We'll see you guys. Oliver will see you guys midweek. You'll hear his voice or see him, not really sure yet. And you'll see us in a week. We'll get our award predictions. I'm excited for that. Evan McPherson, Rookie of the Year. For sure. Low-key though, well, I'll get to it, but I think Cooper Kupp has to be Elroy. And I don't know, maybe even MVP. Man, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week. We'll break down more of the Rams Bengals. Enjoy the Pro Bowl, blah, blah, blah. And see Oliver on Wednesday.
Yes, sir.